starting to starting to see why I rather just stay silent rather than just talk every single second I breathe. Maybe it's the I'm gonna say it. Maybe it's the criticism that I might get, the comments. I feel like I'm kind of debating, even though like maybe it can get annoying to be talking about yourself all the time. But I'm kind of just like back and forth with that same topic, expressing who you are is totally okay. It's not a problem, but at the same time, you feel like it is. Just speaking out of perspective of myself, sometimes I feel like it's okay to talk about or just express how you are, but then at the same time, I feel like it's not always okay to talk about. I don't know. And that's that same reason I get that I tell myself that I'm confused, lost, and then empty. That exact same reason comes by as a thought in my brain. I know it's okay. It's okay to be not understood. But then at the same time, I feel like whatever I say doesn't make sense. I also feel that way too. I don't know. It's like throwing something in the air and then waiting to catch it. Even though what I might say makes sense to me, or at least I try to understand what I'm trying to say, especially if I'm talking about myself. Especially if I'm talking to myself about it. But then at the same time, it shouldn't really matter if anybody else understands you, whether they do or whether they don't. It really doesn't matter, because truthfully, everybody is different in their own way. We're all human, but we're all different in our own ways. It's just like I get those, not those same thoughts, but I just get, I think I just get opinions, and I think I just get criticized. That same reason where I feel like people's opinions and then criticism can literally kind of play with your mind a little bit, just by literally sucking it all in and like reflecting on like how you feel or how you are about yourself. It just plays in there. I find that a problem, because why am I sitting here still thinking about what this person might be saying? And I know dang well I shouldn't really care. And I still get that thought of reflecting on it and then just kind of still applying it, and just sit here and reflect and sit here and contemplate, sit here and just like consuming it in, thinking about it, asking questions. Is what this person saying is true, or is what I'm saying is true, or am I making sense, or am I understanding what I'm trying to say? To be honest, probably not. Or probably you are. Whether I'm right, whether I'm wrong, whether I make sense to people, whether I make sense to myself, it could be applied to others. It can apply to me. But one point I'm gonna get across is whatever I say, I'm gonna say it do as I please. I'm going to say it regardless. I'm going to say it regardless whether it's coming from if it's coming within me, mind, body, soul, in my heart. Like, I'm going to say it with the intention of those 4 things. Whether it's in my mind, I'm going to speak about it, or whatever my mind interprets based on what is in my mind, I'm going to use it. And then specifically if I want to say something, then I know in my mind if I want to say it, I'm going to. But if not, then I'm not going to. Because it just shows that I'm living authentically. I'm living authentically for me and not for nobody else. I'm living in my true self and I'm being real. Just giving that expression of me talking. I'm talking about nothing, then so be it. I guess I'm not talking about nothing. Maybe I'm not making sense. But I know what I say. I know what I'm trying to say. And I completely understand I know I completely understand myself. And that's all that matters. It's only one person upstairs. It's only one person upstairs, and then yourself. That's all you got. In order to live eternally. At peace, I would say. Regardless of everything else. So it's okay not to be understood. Don't feel too hard to try to make sense with people. Because as long as you understand yourself, as long as you know what you're trying to say, that's all that matters. In my opinion. This goes within my part of my intake of like being my intake still kind of like my intake of being understood. I would never try to call. I really shouldn't. You really shouldn't, but you really shouldn't call anybody stupid or anybody dumb, because just based off what they might say or just what their mind is like, that's probably the only thing they know, or that's the only thing that comes to them naturally, based off what they think about, what's in their based off what's in their hearts. And guess what? I know what people might be. Not even within myself. I'm not going to say that, but within others, they might be saying like, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about," or you just sound stupid, you sound dumb, or you're not talking about nothing. Oh, or I'm just a yapper. I don't know. It's just, I think it gets to a point where just like, why even talk? This is why I think this is the reason why I kind of always stay quiet, always been to myself, because it seems like you can't please or just help nobody nowadays. It seems like you just can't. It just seems like you can't please or just help anybody, or I don't know. Whatever I said, I don't know. Just fuck it. I don't really care. Just whatever I say is how I'm gonna say it. I'm not even trying to think about it, because already going through mental battles and then just always feeling stressed. And I don't want to feel this way. I really don't. But it's just like I'm in a predicament where I kind of just set myself up in this position. So it's like, this is what it's like, and this is something I could have avoided. But and my voice want to keep cracking. This is kind of something try to avoid, but I'm in the predicament now. feel like I gotta talk a certain way, so that way my voice doesn't crack. Speak real slow. And then it's also, I feel like times where I am like joyful and I'm actually being positive. Like me doing this, it's like this is coming within me. Like this is something I'm kind of addressing so far as like mental health. Just certainly talking about mental health kind of makes me feel useless. Even trying to like explain, I don't know, bro. It's confusing because it feels like I'm trying to make. It just feels like I'm trying to make sense, but then at the same time I'm not. I don't know. I don't know if it matters so much, but at least I know what I'm trying to say, I guess. Especially with these niggas. Okay, so look, I don't know. Bullying, being bullying, criticism, making fun of. It's like I'm too of a nice individual. I'm too nice of a person, and I've always been that way. But it's like people could use that against you. I swear, it feels like people are just using that against you because I feel like it just continues. It continues to happen all the time. Making fun of your name, how you look, the way you present yourself, how you express yourself. Like people just like find ways to be negative, and it gets to a point where like if I was to be an asshole, right, I'll be wrong. You wouldn't like me then, will you? Because you just like you continue to like you're trying to make me mad. Is that what you want? Are you trying to? Because I can bring the same energy you're doing. Because I can do that. Do you want me to get mad? Are you trying to piss me off? Is that what you're trying to do? Trying to control me, basically. It's like if you're nice, you get taken advantage of, and then people just use your niceness against you. And if you were to be mean as fuck, if you were to be angry all the time, I'm an asshole now. Oh, I'm the bad guy. Oh no, to stay away from him. Nobody likes him. Can't. It's just like, what the freak? It's confusing, right? Oh, guess what? I'm not making sense, right? I don't know what I'm talking about. It's like you can't win, but you also can't lose. It's like you can't win, but you always can't lose. But it's just like you have to learn and accept to always try to win, accepting the fate to lose. Cause I could be mean, but no, nobody's gonna like what the frick I became. Cause trying to be nice all the time, it's like, bro, still get joked. You're not joking. Cause no, making fun of somebody. Like I could say like, oh, I'm about to turn this light off. I'm just joking. Or I'm about to turn this TV off. Or I'm about to listen to this. You wanna watch this? Or you could say like, oh, look what I did to my hair. I burnt my hair. Or I cut my eyebrows. Or say like, I got some cereal. No. That's stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about for that. I feel like joking shouldn't be direct towards whatever you're trying to joke about. Like, it shouldn't be too direct, because if it is, then, depending on what the joke, I don't know. It just depends what it is. Whatever you're trying to joke about, it could be taken seriously. Like, people might take it seriously. People might not take it seriously. People might not even care. I don't know, because it's like after a while, I could take a joke. Of course, I could take a joke. But it feels like most of these jokes might get too direct, and then you might start to reflect on it too. Because that's probably what I'm getting to a point. I think that's where I feel like I'm getting to that point where people might joke about me and might be too direct. I could take a joke, but it might get too direct after a while. It gets annoying, then it gets irritating, and then I have to reflect on it, and then now I feel some type of way, and then now I feel insecure. Like, it's like, at this point, is this really what you think about me? Because it's like repetitive. It's almost like it's repetitive, and maybe this is really what you think about me. And if that's the case, it just shows it. Like it just literally shows what kind of person you are, or what your intentions are. I don't talk about nobody. I don't. I try not to, at least, because everybody else is human. Everybody is going. At least probably is going. Like depending on your situation, you might be going through something. I don't ever try to talk to nobody. I don't take nobody for granted because I know I wouldn't want the same from. I know for sure I wouldn't like it either. Because you never know what somebody's going through internally, whether they're, butterflies all the time, happy, joyful. You never know, because they could hurt somebody's feelings. They might have to. There's so many factors. Like people could take what you might say, apply it, reflect on it. Things could go sideways. But it's just like it feels like I'm tired. Excuse me. I almost feel like I'm tired of being nice, because it gets to a point where like I'm getting taken advantage of too much, and then it's like even if I was to be sad, and then it's shut that sad shit up, suck it up. Nobody cares nobody even cares if you're sad. Nobody even cares if you're sad. You still get bullied for that shit. It's just dumb. It's just a dumb reason. And I'm cussing and I'm sorry. But it's just such a dumb reason. It's just so stupid. Try to talk about mental health, but it feels like nobody really understands that either. Or at least what I'm trying to say. I don't know, bro. I don't know.